And now, live from the studios of WHUC, this is Real Talk.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us for another edition of Real Talk. I am your host, MeKiyla Brown. Joining us today is Ms. Sharon Alexander. Mrs. Alexander is the new Dean of Student Services. Let's give her a warm round of applause. Hello, Ms. Alexander, and thank you for joining us today.
Hello, Ms. Brown.
For the viewers at home who may not quite know who you are, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, my name is Sharon Alexander. I am the new Dean of Students here for the Utica campus. I'm also the new Deputy Title IX Coordinator. I have been with Hinds Community College for 16 years, so I often tell people I'm not new to Hinds, I'm just new to the Utica campus. So with that being said, I am an alum of Hinds, alum of Jackson State University, so I have my HBCU background, and I earned my master's from Mississippi College in Higher Education Administration.
All right, Ms. Alexander, I understand that you have recently came from the Raymond campus over to the Utica campus.
Yes.
How has that transition been for you?
You know, the transition, anytime you transition from one place to another, it's always an adjustment phase that you go through. In leadership, you go through growing pains, but I'm going to tell you those growing pains are working out.
Dean Alexander, when you were on the Raymond campus, what was your job position, and how did that position prepare you for your current role as Dean of Students here?
Well, that's a great question. When I was on the Raymond campus, I actually worked for the District Dean of Students at that time. I actually carried that role for 11 years. I had 3 District Dean of Students, so I have learned a lot. The first one was Dr. Barbara Blankenship, who was in higher ed for 34 years. So see, I learned from one of the best. Mm-hmm. The next was Dr. Tyrone Jackson, who later came here as Vice President of the Utica campus. And Dr. Jackson had been in higher ed for 20 years. And then Mr. DeAndre House. And so with that being said, I have worked right hand to the deans. I have written many policies, procedures. I oversaw the student conduct process. I trained everyone throughout the all the campuses. So coming to Utica was a new position, but it wasn't new to me. I've often had to come here to do trainings, student conduct hearings, Title IX matters. So coming here was like coming to a second home.
Mm-hmm. How are you handling the COVID-19 pandemic? The
COVID-19 pandemic has it has been very stressful. Meaning, I'm trying to think how I want to really say this. Mm-hmm. I am a friendly, outgoing person. I love events. I love planning. I like things taking place. And so when you can't do those things,
it's kind of
it's very stressful, and you know, it takes you to another place.
We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, more information from Ms. Alexander. Stay tuned.
When stories hit home, you can trust the WHUC News 7 team to give you the information you need.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Sharon Washington.
And I'm Jordan Funny.
We have the news team that you can count on, and the only Hinds College news station that cares more than any other college station in Mississippi.
The gym is in the construction, so both girls and boys.
This is home, and this is the news station. WHUC News 7.
Welcome back. For those who are just joining us this morning, I am here with Ms. Sharon Alexander, new Dean of Student Services on the Utica campus. Ms. Alexander, what are some things that you hope to do differently or bring to this position now that you are here?
Oh, some of the things that I like to do, I love event planning. I am very big on doing things in a timely manner. Mm-hmm. So for instance, today is April the 21st? Mm-hmm. We're already focusing on our homecoming celebration, which will be October the 17th through the 22nd of this year. We're focusing on Welcome Week. We're focusing on informational programs to help develop our students. One of the things that I challenge our student government, our faculty, and our staff is when you're planning anything on this Utica campus, I want you to think about ICE. Make it innovative, creative, and engaging.
And that kind of leads me to my next question. What is the number one need or service you are trying to implement here differently from the Raymond campus?
Well, The number one service would be, this being an HBCU campus, I don't think the service would change, but I think that the emphasis on it being an HBCU and understanding the legacy of this campus and taking pride in the legacy.
Okay. With Women's History Month just passing, how does it feel to be the first female dean of student services here in the history of the Utica campus?
You know, it's a great feeling. You know, sometimes it's one of those things that people do not acknowledge though, but me just knowing myself, this is something that will impact me and my children and my grandchildren. They don't have any right now, but to years to come, you know, they can say, hey, my grandmother was the first female dean of students at the Utica campus, and that's something I can take a lot of pride in.
Before we end today, you know that we are unique and like unique things here at the U. So what uniqueness are you bringing to this campus?
The uniqueness that I'm bringing? Me? Me? No, on a serious side, like I said earlier, the uniqueness, you can't really speak of uniqueness. Uniqueness is one of those things that just come. You know, it has its own flair. But like I said, but the emphasis is on us being an HBCU. We love our goal here at the U, and so that's something I want to make sure that we're sharing more of. I'm actually creating an event that's called You Are Golden, and it'll be a week worth of events and activities to let students know that I appreciate you and you are golden. You can take pride in yourself. I want to empower our students. I want to empower our staff. I want to empower everybody here to let them know that you are golden.
That's exactly right. I would like to thank Dean Alexander for taking time out of her busy day to sit down and inform us on what is to come for the students and her mark that she will leave on the Hinds Community College campus. And thank you for tuning in with us at home. Remember to like us on Facebook at Radio and Television Production, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at WHUC News 7 Hinds Community College Utica campus. And you're watching Real Talk. Until next time.